How much taxes do I pay? What do you mean the US has a progressive tax system? Hold on, what is a progressive tax system? In this video, I'm going to explain the answers to all of these questions and much more. And I'm going to take it a step further and show you how my budget setting tool can estimate your monthly taxes for you automatically. To receive your own copy of my tool, subscribe to my email list found on my website, millsknowsbills.com. And to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos about practical budget setting tips, information from experts, or other personal finance advice, please subscribe to my YouTube channel here. New videos will be posted every Tuesday, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. Full disclosure, I am not a tax expert. I did not study taxes, nor do I have any licenses on the subject. I am simply going to explain how tax brackets in the US work and how you can estimate your taxes for budget setting purposes only. For specific tax advice, please seek out a tax professional. So, what is a progressive tax system? Investopedia.com puts it well. The United States has a progressive tax system through which a higher percentage of tax revenues are collected from high-income individuals rather than from low-income individual earners. In other words, if someone is in the 22% tax bracket, not all of their income is taxed at 22%. Let's do an example together. All right, so the first example I have for you on the screen is Tom, and Tom gets paid an annual salary of $50,000 per year. So this is a really great way to see if you are a single filer, how much money gets paid in each bracket. So Tom is put in the 22% tax bracket because he makes more than $40,125 per year, but less than $85,525 per year. But not all $50,000 is taxed at that 22%. The first $9,875 is taxed at 10%. Then, in excess of $9,875, but not greater than $40,125, is taxed at 12%. Lastly, anything in excess of $40,125 up to his total $50,000 per year is taxed at 22%. So as you can see on the right hand side, I have the calculations of what that total looks like for each bracket. So for the 10%, he pays $987, just about. For 12%, he only pays $3,600. And finally, at 22%, only about $2,100. So per year, Tom pays just under $6,800 per year in taxes, or $565 per month. All right, so how did I get these numbers on the side right here? So let's back it up a little bit. In Tom's scenario, 0 to $9,875 is taxed at 10%. So this number right here is just subtracting the greater limit minus the lower limit is equal to this amount. This doesn't make a lot of sense right now because it's up to $0, and of course it makes sense that it would be the same number as the upper limit. Let's look at the bottom one. So for the 12% tax bracket, the upper limit is $40,125 and the lower limit is $9,876. In total, that's $30,249. And lastly, you would take the $50,000 of his annual income minus the lower limit, and that would be the total of his income that is taxed at the 22% tax bracket. Over here we have the total amount of income multiplied by the percent, and that's how much taxes. Total amount of income out of his annual salary multiplied by that percent gives you that amount. And lastly, his $50,000 minus the lower limit multiplied by the 22% gets you the total amount of taxes right here for 22% tax bracket. You add them all together, you divide it by 12. So far, this video has been only about federal income taxes. Comment below if you live in a state that has state income taxes, and let me know what state you live in because I would like to create a video that specifically pertains to you and your budget. Now, in a different example, let's say Tom is married to Carrie. So Tom still makes his $50,000 a year. Carrie, on the other hand, gets paid an hourly wage. So she gets paid $12 an hour. She's full-time, so 40 hours a week, and that equates to about $24,960 per year. Together, Tom and Carrie make just under $75,000 a year. That ultimately puts them in the 12% tax bracket for married filing jointly filers. So in the same scenario, not all of their income is taxed at 12%. Only up until the first $19,750 is taxed at 10%, and anything in excess of $19,750 up until their just under $75,000 a year income is taxed at 12%. So as you can see, for the 10%, they pay just under $2,000, and for 12%, they pay just under $6,700. In total, they pay about $8,600 per year in taxes, and that equates to about $715 per month. As a reminder, this is just for budget setting purposes only, so you know where your money is going and where it's coming from each month. This is not going to say that, Tom and Carrie only pay $8,600 per year in taxes. There are other things that go into consideration when you file for your taxes each year, and that is when you want to seek out a tax professional. There are some other nuances. Some people live in a state where there is state income tax. You will have to add that back in. However, if you live in a state that does have state income tax, I want you to leave a comment below and let me know what state you live in so that way I can make a video especially for you. Now that you understand how the U.S. progressive tax system works, let me show you how to use my budget setting tool to streamline your budget setting process. All right, so now that you have a general understanding of how a progressive tax system works, I don't want to harp on the examples too much because honestly, you don't need to know how to calculate your income because the budget setting tool can do it for you. So I'm going to take the more complicated example, which is where there's Tom and Carrie. So I've put their names up here. I put in Tom's annual salary amount right here. Carrie's income information, so $12 an hour, 40 hours a week. And again, you can see their total household income is automatically calculated here. Last step is to make sure that we check off the married filing jointly. And then we just go to taxes. It automatically highlights the married filing jointly bracket. Automatically puts their income here, annual expected taxes, and monthly expected taxes. So it already did all the calculations for you. Lastly, it also takes that tax information and you're going to want to put that right here. And then both the income and taxes will populate on the budget template tab of your budget setting tool sheet. If you don't want to take time to estimate your monthly taxes by hand, you can have my free budget setting tool to do the work for you. If you don't have my tool yet, you can subscribe to my email list found on my website, millsknowsbills.com. If you learned something new, please like this video below. And to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos, please subscribe to my channel here and click the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.